Welcome to the Online Success Journey podcast, your opportunity to discover and learn from entrepreneurs like yourself. This is not your typical podcast, but a place where you can get the real story and find out how real people encounter speed bumps and detours, but journey through to find success. Now here's your host for the Online Success Journey podcast, Patience.
Hello everyone and welcome to Online Success Journey. This is episode 175. Are you ready to join the clan? Today we have Mikael Hamrin. Worked in sales and marketing for 20 years and played in ice hockey for 25 years. 4 years ago, got burnt out and went into the invisible wall, which led him into hospital where doctors told him that this was only triggered by stress. This can happen to 6 years old plus people, but not in their 30s. And that was his wake-up call. Hello, Mikael.
Hello, Patience. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. I know the clan here is anxious to hear your story, so let's get started with the basics. Can you tell my clan a little bit about your background, about what you did before you started your own online business?
Sure thing. So I'm right now 35 years old. I'm from Stockholm, Sweden. I've been as you mentioned, playing ice hockey for a long time, 25 years, and I've also been working in marketing and sales for pretty much the whole of my working career. And before I've been starting up marketing business and also car dealerships, but it was pretty much the car dealership that got to me, that I was just working too much pretty much. And one day I just felt this my heart was beating in an uncontrolled way. So I waited for a couple of days because that's what the hospital told me to do. And then after a couple of days I was still having this problems with my heart. So it pretty much is like when it feels like you've been running a marathon but you've just been sitting still. So your heart is racing. So I just went into the hospital emergency room, and they pretty much told me to get in there, and they sedated me, and they did like a clear, when they put the things together, and they restarted my heart, and that was my wake up call to just wake up and start to prioritize the things in life that I care more about than just work and bringing in money, sort of.
Wow. Ooh, what a scary background.
Yeah, it sure is, but it's also something that I think that it's not something that maybe a lot of people think about before it happens. So, I mean, I feel now after a couple of years, and I mean, I live my life now the fullest every day, and I'm very, very grateful for that. But there's a lot of people out there that need to just, take a moment, take a break, and just look at their life and just like, is this what I actually want to do, or is this fulfilling me to 100%? And luckily, it happened to me. I'm totally healthy today. So yeah, I'm happy it happened, and then pretty much what that effect of walking into the invisible wall made me do was that I started to question what I was doing, what I was working with. So I pretty much just sat down with the computer and started Googling like online business, or how to make an income online, how to travel while working, etc. And just found this online course by an Australian guy called Timothy Mark. And I did the online course, and that's what pretty much helped me making my living online while traveling the world and living a life of freedom, fun, and adventure pretty much. So I'm really happy now.
What is the most dangerous belief an online entrepreneur can have?
I would say it's making a lot of problems for humans or entrepreneurs in general, is that we have pretty much our biggest enemy is the one we have inside ourselves, in our head. I would say the best way to let go and just go and do whatever you want to do, that is something that a lot of people maybe sometimes need an extra push to do, and that's pretty much what yet again happened to me. I got that extra push. But in general, it's just starting to believe in yourself, starting to do For example, meditation, and especially being grateful every day. I do that every day. Like I just write down 3 things that I'm thankful for or grateful for, and that has really put or shift things in the right motion in that way. So I think that a lot of the things, a lot of the hardest things for a lot of people is more of the procrastinating part of our own brains. So we really need to look within before we can actually go without and go for our goals and get our mindset straightened out.
Why do you do what you do?
So what I found out was that I really enjoy having a life of when I have the freedom to do whatever I want. I have the freedom to go wherever I want, and also to meet so many people that I can just connect with and just have good conversations. And what you really find out when you're traveling, you really find out that we're all the same. No matter where we're from, we have the same problems, we have the same happy days, the sad days, or whatever it is. So I mean, for me now, why I'm doing it is just because of being able to evolve as a person and also an entrepreneur. And what I want to do more now is help other people. I mean, that's pretty much why I'm at this podcast, because I want to share my story. I want to share my story of going into the wall and being at the lowest low, not able to see the light in the tunnel pretty much, but then being able to rise above that and see the bad things that happens in life to be actually something good, something that's pushing you further. Because it's as everybody's heard pretty much probably, is that what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, and that is very spot on when it comes to just going into some kind of obstacle and jumping over the hurdle pretty much.
I know you said now you're okay, you are in the clear, but some people, when they go into those dark moments, dark places, some of them, they can't really help themselves. What helped you most to come back?
So for me, it's pretty strange how my body sort of told me to you can't live in your life like this when I was stressing out, when I was working too much. So for me, I mean, my body told me to stop, or that's how I interpret it. And now, 4 years later, my body is, I would say, happier than ever. I wake up every day, I do my daily workout, I do my yoga, my meditation, and writing down the things I'm grateful for. And that has sort of kept all the bad feelings away, and it's just been pointing my life now into the exact right direction where I want it to be. And I mean, I'm looking back what happened, because it taught me a lifelong lesson. But it's nothing I want to go back to, and that's why I'm also doing all my kinds of daily routines and to keep my mind and body up shape.
How are you keeping this discipline to the T that you're doing it every day?
Yeah, exactly. No, I mean, that's I would say that's pretty much why we have mentors or trainers or coaches, because we as humans, we learn from each other. And so what I have done since a couple of years ago is that I have a group of accountability partners, a couple of friends who also I met through the online course. So they're also entrepreneurs. And they work in the same way as I'm doing, like traveling the world and working at the same time. So we actually have, right now we have 2 calls every week. So it's one on Sunday and one on Thursday. And during those calls, during the Sunday call, we go through the whole week ahead, and we just put up our tasks to do and everything. And then we, later in the week on the Thursday, we just check in and check so our daily routines and our tasks are going as planned. And then on Sunday again, we have our call again, and that's when we pretty much like, have you done your task? Or if you haven't done your task, you only have 2 lives actually. So if you get 1 strike, you get a warning, and then if you get another strike, you're out of the group. So this makes everybody pull together, and we're very much helping each other. So like if we see any kind of business possibility or whatever idea maybe it is, we can just push each other and tell each other right away. So I would say to find an accountability partner, that is something that has helped me a great deal. Just someone to, so if you're telling someone that, for example, you want to start working out, so you want to start running. Okay, then find your accountability partner. Tell that partner to be, I'm gonna run every day, or I'm gonna run these days, or whatever it is. Just to have someone that is actually going to call you out on it if you haven't done it. So they will be like, oh, you haven't run? Oh, that's the strike, or you get some penalty, or whatever it is. It doesn't have to be a huge penalty. It's just a matter of if you actually have told someone else to do it, it's going to be much more easy than waking up in the morning and telling yourself to like, oh, I think I want to snooze a bit more. I'm not going to run today. So like if you have that in your mind that, oh, I told my friend that I'm going to do it, so no, I have to do it. That is something I really can recommend people to do to find an accountability partner.
You've been in business for 20 years. What have you learned from business as a whole?
So having I think I learned to start with from the ice hockey. Being in some of my teams, I was a team captain, and you have to push the whole team to the same goal. And it doesn't matter if someone is dragging along. You need to keep that and get that person also going with the whole team. So the whole team can really push and really make their best effort there is possible. And that's something I learned that I can implement in the business of having a team get them together and get them going to the same direction. And if that is maybe some kind of, as we say, like a carrot, something that's gonna help them to reach their goals. So like if they reach their goals, we have something like something happy or fun, or something like
something to celebrate, a reward.
Exactly, like a reward. Exactly,
Yeah.
Thank you. So like we have like having rewards, that is very, very important to have in the daily business also, and that makes people push together to the set goals sort of. Also the discipline part, I really noticed that now when I'm doing my daily tasks of working out and the meditation and yoga sort of. It really helps me of being more focused and more disciplined in my daily work and the daily routine. So I would say to set some kind of schedule for the day. You don't need to be setting a schedule that you actually have to make many tasks done for the day. Rather simplify and have maybe just one or max 3 tasks for a day, because that's going to make you even being able to reach one task and feeling happy that you have actually done the task. So the next day, maybe you'll be able to do 2 tasks. But also one thing I can really recommend is also when you start your day, like when you wake up, the first thing you do, make your bed. There is an underlying knowledge in our heads that we have when we have actually done one task of just making the bed. It's a simple thing as making the bed. Our minds tell us that, oh, good, we have actually done something. We actually achieved something. So the next task you're going to do, it's going to be so much easier to do and accomplish. And it's not. I mean, that's why I guess the military starts their way in that way.
Wow. It's a discipline, yeah. At least, at the end of the day, when you are coming and you find your bed is nice done, you're like, yeah, it's really inviting to have a rest, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's put man aside. How do you know you are successful?
I thought successful meant something totally different before. I would definitely say 4 years ago, my way of being successful in my mind was, I would say maybe that's what society had brought us up with of watching, American movies and series and like Entourage or something like that. When you believe that you're only successful if you have a big house and a boat and a nice car and a nice motorcycle or something like that. But what I realized a couple of years ago is that it's not worth anything, especially if you don't have your health with you. So for me now, being successful is more living the life I choose, living the life I want to, and doing whatever I want to do, and listening more to myself than anyone else, and just keep on pushing my own goals and keep on evolving as a person, and always keep on challenging myself, because I really enjoy going outside of the comfort zone and making something new and achieve something new.
Can anyone be an entrepreneur, or are some people more cut out for it than others?
I believe that everybody can be an entrepreneur in one way or another. It depends on, what you want to do. What you want to do with your life. Is there any kind of service, product, idea that you want to make alive? I would definitely say to everyone who has any kind of a dream or any kind of idea what they want to do, to just pursue it and just go for it. Because if there's something that I've learned during the years, is that everyone is going to regret the things that you didn't do. And that's one thing I told myself a couple of years ago, that I never want to be older and sitting there, and if someone asks me the question, do you regret anything? I would like to say, no, I don't regret anything, and I don't feel like I have been missing out on something. So when it comes to if you have any kind of idea or a dream or a lifelong goal, just go for it, no matter what. And I would say like this: your people around you, they will be probably asking you like, what are you doing? Because you're making a change in your life. They're gonna be maybe afraid they're gonna lose you because you're gonna travel or whatever it's gonna be. But that is the thing, and that was so hard to do. You need to just keep on pushing forward and don't listen to other people. Just follow yourself and listen to your heart. That's what's going to give you success and a joyful life, pretty much.
You mentioned earlier you have mentors. What is the most valuable thing your mentor has told you?
A mentor is good in so many ways. I mean, sometimes I maybe want to go down one path, but the mentor has already walked that path, sort of. So maybe he tells me to just wait a minute, go back, and then maybe take another path. And that's why I think it's the power in having a mentor, of having someone that has actually done your trip before and can actually tell you, be like, I've done that, don't do it, or take this, or think about this, or do like that. So I would say that the most important thing that the mentor has done is, for me, is questioning and just making me think again sometimes. But also, as a mentor, is also very good at, and that is pushing and giving you feedback and just like pushing you to be not stopping and just keep on going, because there's no stopping if you just have found the things you really want to do in life.
What is one thing that has contributed to your success?
I think one of the things that has really contributed is my will to win. I've always been very competitive in all the sports I've been doing, especially ice hockey. I also have an older brother who's 9 years older, so there's always been a competitiveness between us. So that has really pushed me also. What I really got from the sports was the will to win, and that has definitely helped me a lot in my entrepreneurship and my business life.
What is one thing no one knows about you?
I ran into a tree when I was 2 years old on a snow racer, and I have a scar over my left eye from it.
What grounds you?
I would say a healthy living, and also relationships with other people, sharing stories of other people's life stories, or what their next story or next object or task is going to be. Just sharing stories with other people and meeting people from all around the world. That is something that's grounding me and also making me remember what is important in life. It's not money, it's not having the materialistic things, it's the connections with other people and the relationships that I get to experience every day when I'm traveling the world, pretty much.
Okay, let's talk about your animation explainer videos. Tell us more about it.
So when I did the online course, I started a business. It's called Expansion Videos. And we create explainer videos for customers. It could be to explain an idea or a product or a service or anything pretty much. And we have been doing so for around 4 years now. And we've been working a lot with customers in Sweden, but also in the US. And actually, one of our customers has had more than 3 million views of a video that we created. So we're really happy about being able to help a customer with that many views from a production that we have created. And yeah, there's it's a huge market for videos, because I think they said around 2020, I think 80% of the internet traffic will be videos, pretty much. It's a huge market for it, and it's a really good way and a fast way to catch a visitor's attention on your website, and also to increase the conversion rates, and in the end, pretty much, if you're selling a product, to boost your sales with an online video.
What kind of clientele do you take on?
We take pretty much from one person companies to huge companies. We're just actually now signing a deal with a big Swedish construction company. But in general, we've just been doing videos for startups or construction companies or IT companies, clothing companies. So it's really been to all kind of different kind of clientele, because the thing is that when a visitor goes into a company's website, you pretty much have like 3 seconds to catch the interest of the viewer. If you don't really catch the interest and share some information, the viewer is going to leave, and that's pretty much what a video does. It just catches the viewer and gives them the information about the product, service, or idea that the company website is selling. So in that way, pretty much all companies need to have an explainer video, if not for the business, maybe for their product or service.
What is your charges?
So we start at $5.99 for an explainer video, and right now that's actually our 50% sale that we have right now. So if you just go into our website, it's expansionvideos.com/sale. You will be able to receive those prices. It depends on how long the video is, but that is for a 30-second video. And then we have 60 second, 90 second, 120 seconds, or longer. If it's longer, then you just send us an email and we'll get back with a price.
How long will it take you to make this explainer video for let's say for the 30 seconds, which is $5.99?
So it's the turnaround time is pretty much 3 to 4 weeks, and that's something that we're always delivering on, and we always meet our deadlines.
From the 30 seconds to 60 seconds.
Yeah, it's actually the same amount of time. So depending on if it's a 30-second or if it's a 60-second video, it's the same turnaround time of 3 to 4 weeks.
Where can we find this product, and how can we get in contact with you?
So the easiest way is going to www.expansionvideos.com/sale. And you can find all kinds of information there about the videos, and you can also chat with us if you have any questions. You can this should be a pop-up chat in the right corner that you can just start to ask us questions. If there's any questions rising, and then we'll help you on the way.
So, clan, there will be more from Mikael in a moment. If you are listening on one of the many podcasting platforms rather than my website, and you are encouraged by Mikael's journey, go to onlinesuccessjourney.com for a bonus portion of the interview. The Online Success Journey is a wonderful membership community built for people searching for the path to success. We are one big clan, and you can be part of this community for free. Once you have joined the clan, click on part 2 of Mikael's journey or over 150 other journeys that are available, and learn how you can find the right path for your own online success journey. That's a wrap, clan. Remember, success is a journey. Patience and Mikael.
This is not the end of the journey. We hope you've enjoyed listening to part 1 and want to be sure you know there is a second part to this and every journey podcast at onlinesuccessjourney.com, filled with even more success tips, uplifting stories, and even a bit of fun. There are dozens of episodes only available to the members of the Online Success Journey clan. Check out the website and click on Join the Clan for more information. Patience would like to thank you for listening to this podcast, and she has a free audio gift for you at her website. Go to onlinesuccessjourney.com for instant access to this gift. Of course, you know that listening to the journeys of others helps each of us chart our own path. So make sure you're subscribed to be notified as each new interview is posted. There are so many ways to stay connected to the online success journey and to listen in. And if you're enjoying the podcast, we appreciate your help in telling others. One of the best ways to share the benefit you get is to rate and review it at Stitcher and other sites by clicking the stars or completing the ratings form, by clicking thumbs up and leaving a comment on YouTube, or liking and sharing the podcast on social media. To review the podcast within iTunes, simply open iTunes to the podcast, click on Ratings and Reviews, then write a review. On behalf of Patience, and until next time, thanks once more for listening. It is our hope that this podcast will guide you on your own online success journey.